Back with one candidate who would like your vote in August. Ashley Sartelle is looking to represent District 4 right now. You are taking on Catherine Bike, who is the current office holder there. We'll get to your differences in a second, but first explain why you're running.
You know, I'm running. Our children have been in the Knox County schools for years. We've had 2 graduate from West, and we have a rising 5th grader. And Knox County Schools does some great things. They really do. But I think that there's room and an opportunity for more growth. You know, when 46% of Knox County students are proficient in ELA and 42% are proficient in math, while that is improvement, and that should be celebrated, there's still a tremendous amount of growth that needs to happen. And I think we just need to get back to the fundamentals of putting academics first and putting our students first in every decision that the school board makes.
I want to ask you quickly about the rating, essentially, of the Knox County school budget by Knox County Commission to take money out of that budget in order to pay a one-time raise for county employees. Was that a move you agreed with, and how would you deal with that as a school board member?
You know, I understand why they did it. I'm not sure I agree with the manner in which they did it. You know, resources are finite. Every family, every business, every government knows that, and so you have to work within the bounds with what you have. And I have a master's and a bachelor's in accounting, and so that gives me an expertise in finance. And so what I would come in is to look at the budget and make sure that every dollar spent has the greatest impact on students. And so that's every expenditure should be looked at, and it should be, does this impact our students to get them where they need to be?
Where do you think your philosophy differs with Kat Bike, the woman that you're taking on?
I think that I really want to put a focus on academics, and I understand that there's lots of other things that we can look at and talk about, but really schools are there to educate our children. And so in my mind, our academics need to come first, and so we need to put the strongest focus back on the fundamentals of reading and writing and math, and maybe just let all that other stuff fall by the wayside.
One of the things that she championed recently was restoring roots into Knox County Public Libraries, or school libraries that was pulled.
Sure.
Superintendent made the call, but she was one who said we need to do this. Did you agree with that?
Yes, I agreed with putting roots back on the shelf. I mean, I understand the philosophy behind the law that the state passed. I do think that the way that the school board originally set up their policy to deal with those books that were brought to their attention, I think that the school board needs the final say, whereas right now the committee has the final say. And so the school board needed to have the final vote on yes or no, whether they think that this book reaches the criteria to have it taken from the shelf. So I did agree with that. It needed to go back on the shelf.
And do you think that's true for the other 120 books, or should the committee deal with that?
I think the committee can do the legwork, if you will, of reading all those books, and then bring it to the committee to the board with their recommendations, and then the board can be on record as voting whether or not they would like to remove those books.
Appreciate the conversation. Sure. Just the start. I know you're having it a lot with voters, so best of luck on the campaign trail.
Thank you so much.